Even though I'm here relaxing, I can't shake away this mystery from my mind. Will you listen to my story? Sure, why not? It happened about 3 years ago. General Viper and his men disappeared from the manor. We searched the manor for them, but found no traces. I can only guess that they were spirited away. What in the world could have happened? To think that the same thing could happen to me someday. I just can't help being afraid, even when I'm trying not to think about it. So, I think it's fair now to talk about it. I probably could have talked about it before, but now that we're kind of near Viper Manor in our second dimension, let's go ahead and call it that. We'll call Homeworld and Another World 2 different dimensions. Technically speaking, if you want to fit Radical Dreamers into Chrono Cross canonically, you can do it by saying that Radical Dreamers takes place in a dimension that we do not have access to in Chrono Cross. And that's frequently how people look at Radical Dreamers, that it's a side story to Chrono Trigger that takes place in a dimension that is wholly separate from Chrono Cross. That's kind of how it's seen. All right, you. The dragon's glory is a head above the rest. It seeps down deep, just as it's rumored to be. And this rare dried lizard dish is great too. Of course, you can't forget the local specialty, squid gut pasta either. You guys both do squid gut pasta? And that's how I get fatter with each one. Is it just me or the translator's taking a day off here in Termina and Shadow Forest? It's been quite some time since I've been around here, but it's nice and peaceful compared to the mainland. Not like I had anything fun to do back home either. Maybe I should just stay here forever. As she sits across from like a food critic type guy. All right, how you doing? You? Weren't you the guy at Sir Viper's Manor? Sir Viper's Manor? Get yourself out of here. Our beautiful Termina's been turned into a mess because of you. We don't serve your kind here. My kind as in demi-humans? It's locked. Or my kind as in people that upset the local area. Probably the former. Racist. How you doing, buddy? Can it be you, Sir Lynx? You are safe, sir. Where have you been all this time? We have set up a temporary military dock beyond this point. Nobody may pass without permission from Commander Norris. Not even you, Sir Lynx. Commander Norris is at the ruins of Viper Manor. Please report your current status to him immediately. The ruins of Viper Manor, you say? I don't think they've officially called it ruins since we have started here. What do we have here? Different statue entirely. What's the statue? It's such a pity. The statue of Master Viper that I've polished every day has been changed to this. The once magnificent manor is also long gone. When the Master Viper were here, none of this would have happened. If it isn't Sir Lynx, it's a great relief that you're safe. I totally wasn't bad-mouthing you just now. How you doing, buddy? This is the Poire Army state-of-the-art weaponry. As long as we have this, the citizens of Termina wouldn't dare revolt against us. You know it's not pointed at the people of Termina, right? It'll take you a while to turn it around and see one guy here. Just saying. There's a reason that riots sometimes last a long time in big cities. Grandma's been worried sick ever since the Poire Army took her grandson away. She loved him so much. I just hope he's all right. Oh, my poor Skelly. I pray that you are safe. Who names their kid Skelly? Was it a thin baby? Like an abnormally skin and bonesy baby that you're like, you know what I'm gonna call you? Skelly. Short for a skeleton, which is inside of you right now. As opposed to other babies, which do not have skeletons. Just some of the names in this game. What do we have over here? Sir Lynx, you're still alive, sir? There's nothing here in this old shack, but would you like some tea or something? You know, you're the first person to offer me tea in a long time. Get out, you big stray cat. I don't like you. Now there, stop that. Father's the one who is always saying it. If this guy never came here, we wouldn't be in this mess. No, Sir Lynx. Well, you see, it's just kids talk. There's this stray cat that steals our fish around here, so, it's really a nuisance. Come on now, you apologize too. I didn't hear an apology out of you. We're really sorry. Don't make me bust out my swallow here. I'm really sorry. Yeah, nothing from you. You guys have anything around here that I can steal? No, they don't. If memory serves me correctly, there's like nothing for me to do in Termina outside of the main things. And we've already done one of them, which is talk to the guy that's guarding the docks over here. He's actually the trigger for what we need to do next, but we're still going to go and explore the rest of Termina because I want to. No fortune teller, as you might expect. A lot of things are different, and there's no festival going on, so a lot of the little stalls are gone as well. We'll open fire on any suspicious ship. Have you been drinking? If they do not respond to our call, when you travel by ship, I advise you to be careful. He has been drinking. Inform me immediately if you find anything. I found this guy drinking on the job. Let's head down to the shrines. I don't think there's too much going on down here, and the things that I want are the other way, so we're going there last, of course. I don't see the mermaid creature thing. Let's go check out Greco's house. Probably isn't Greco's house this time, is it? Is there anything down here? I'm trying to think. It's just an old lady. It's the fortune teller. What brings you here? You shouldn't come around here on a whim. The spirits here will wake if you disturb them. Living beings are too radiant for the spirits. Just last night, a man's spirit appeared at my bedside. He said his name was Get or something. That sounds familiar. He's probably another lost soul still attached to this world. Very common around here. In any case, it's nothing concerning you. Now, run along and go home. Can you read my fortune? My fortune read. What happened to the barbells? Or the dumbbells? I always get those two confused. I honestly don't know if there's a difference. I don't work out often. What do we have here? Well, we'll talk to this guy first. I checked the sword in the ground over there, but it was just a rusted sword. It's probably called a sacred sword in honor of a lost member. Ooh, a sacred sword, you say? Let's go check it out. Beneath the sacred sword, the warriors lie. 13th Acacia Dragoon, Grandmaster Garai. 14th Acacia Dragoon, Grandmaster Dario. So even in this world, Garai, forgive me. So even in this world, Dario is indeed dead. As is Garai. But, to be honest, I'm more surprised that Dario is dead in both worlds. He seemed so young. Well, you know, he's a couple years older than Glenn, I assume. I don't think we've actually been given an age on him. Either way, we are going to head where actual stuff happens. We'll put it that way. There's an actual point to me going up there. We're gonna head back to the Smith. But first, we're gonna talk to the kids. There's no dog. You guys don't have a dog? Oh, I didn't even notice there was a guard over there. Oh, that Paul. He's working hard to join the Black Wind of Pore, but I wonder if he'll ever tell me I'll be your wind. Knowing your guys' age, if he did say that, he would probably then fart and then laugh and run off. Freaking kids. Kid, talk to me, kid. The key to gunfights is balance. It's not just a matter of shooting. Harl's having a little trouble with her balance right now. That's what Mr. Norris said, so I'm running around training myself to stay on my toes. Mr. Norris must have gotten strong the same way, by running in circles. It's the only way to get strong. It worked in Morrowind and Oblivion, I believe. Definitely Morrowind, though. Inform me if anything happens. You are uninteresting, my good friend. All right, let's head into the orphanage, or at least where the little kids sleep here. See if anybody's hanging out in here. More soldiers. This knight Glenn, I hear, is an extremely hot-tempered and hard-headed guy. Not the Glenn I know. My. That's why prehistoric soldiers like knights are such a nuisance. prehistoric. Like, prehistoric implies that nobody's been writing, you know? So he's like, prehistoric, like 20 years ago. I have a gun now. It's not particularly good or effective, but I have it. From what I've heard, this shack is where Dario and his brother Glenn lived in. Some people claim to have seen him, so we're currently looking for this Dario. But, like, the thing over there said he was dead. Just when we thought the Acacia Dragoons were gone, this troublemaker decides to come back. If you find any information about him, let us know. Sure, there's a sword buried over there, and it says that Dario is dead. So, there's information. Can I get a reward? This Dario person seems to have been an exceptionally dignified man. If he's still alive, we should enlist him into the Black Wind. Who names themselves? I want to be the Black Wind. Really? The Black Wind? You couldn't just go like the Black Death or like Black Waves. Nope, Black Wind. I can't bear watching him. Master Zappa just hasn't been himself ever since his son, Karsh, disappeared. He doesn't concentrate on his work and often stares out the window. Gosh, he's not some kind of love-struck youth or something. He's just not behaving normally. I'm not going to become a blacksmith here, so I'm going to switch over to being a trader. Need anything? And this guy will sell me materials for the elements again. It is nice, I will say, but he is kind of specific and not necessarily my favorite. But if you do want some of this stuff, the only thing that I could really recommend would be Mithril at this point. I do have 4 left, but, well, I'm kind of saving them, I think. Maybe I could do it. Do I have anything particularly good to give him? Most of it is consumables, which I'm not that big of a fan of. I do have 10 electro jolts, but that's pretty much it. Everything else is kind of single digits, so I'm just gonna hold on to them. Swing on by when you need something. I never really use that all that much, unless I really do need something in order to finish a particular weapon or armor. I don't usually use that. Me, I love boats, but I can't become a sailor because I get seasick. That's why I decided to become a ship's craftsman and build the fastest and awesomest boat ever made. Awesomest? What is this, Kung Fu Panda? So my first step is to watch all the boats here to research, and research. Ain't I smart? You had me going until you said ain't. Out of all the boats I've seen, that boat at the docks is the best and fastest of them all. I wish I could build one like it. The one at the docks that I'm not allowed to look at until I get permission from Commander Norris. Can I go in the door, please? Don't make me go around the other way. And as you can see, his wife is gone. And, well, actually, his wife's over here. He's not working so hard. Aye, that should do it. This here forge has always had a fire since olden times. 'Tis sad to see it without its blaze.